game for today, you guys. It's actually more of a finish the sentence game. And we can go to each one of you guys to answer, or if you want to pass on it, you can pass. To describe my type in 3 words, how would your type be? Let's start with Hawa, since she said I'm gonna cancel y'all anyway. If you had the perfect guy, or at least just, you know, someone that would be worth giving a chance to, 3 words.
I definitely would want someone who is reliable, someone who, one, is very practicing. I find, surprisingly, this is sometimes very hard to find, but yeah, practicing brother. And then also someone who's ambitious about their goals. And yeah, I think those would be the 3 things: reliable, religious, and has passions and wants to accomplish their goals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be hard to find, inshallah, Khair,
Yeah,
but
inshallah.
so true. Yeah, absolutely. Those are very important things. Who wants to go next?
I'll go. I would say emotional intelligence is required, being responsible, and then practicing as well.
Okay, and Kamara?
It's funny because the things that I say now are different from what I would say, you know, pre-married me. You know,
Right.
like 19, 20-year-old Kamara is completely different than 27-year-old Kamara.
Of course.
So, I mean, now it's like feeling protected, you know, not just physically, but also mentally, Islamically, emotionally, and financially. Like, I didn't realize how big of like an importance that was for me until getting married. Like, feeling safe is the most important thing for me. Like, now, before then I was like, oh, safety, yeah, physically safe, that's all I thought about, but there's so much more to it. So feeling safe, so someone who provides that safety and security, you know, and I kind of feel like that just covers everything, you know. If like, alhamdulillah, like, my husband makes me feel safe, and I always tell him, I'm like, you make me feel safe in every possible way. And
how long have y'all been married?
Going on 7 years.
Wow. Yeah.
So November.
So it makes so much sense, because what you need in the beginning, or what you need as a single person, is going to evolve, like, in 2 years, I would say 3 years, because you're now learning that person a little bit more. You're realizing that that this person lacks this a little bit, and so sacrifice, it's gonna come in.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna, you know, okay. You can tell a lot about a person by the way they. If you could finish that sentence.
Eat.
Oh, period.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Everything.
I haven't heard that one before.
What they order, how they are interacting with the people they're eating around,
how they treat the waitress,
how they treat the waitress. Do they tip? Do they not tip? Do they add sauce? Are you eating with hot sauce? When you go out to Indian food, are you eating individual things? You mixing it all together? Like, you can tell a lot about a person, how they eat, what they like, what they don't like. It's take them out to eat.
Yeah, I mean, and that could even go to, like, their teeth, the way they keep their nails, the way they dress, like that. You know, there's a couple things. Anything, I'm sure there's one that, like, I look at first of all, probably eyes, like how they talk. For me, you can tell a lot about a person by the way that they communicate. What about you, Hawa and Naila?
I definitely never heard what Kamara said before, but that's a really good tactic. I would say just the way they treat their families, and specifically because of their character thing. You're kind of trying to see, like, how they treat the people who are closest to them. I think that's very important. But I also, what came to mind was this quote. I think Maya Angelou said it. She said that when people show you who they are, believe them. And I think that's so powerful. Like, if they show one thing, then they're probably like that probably all the time. So
it's one of my favorite quotes, and it's the one thing that really, really defines if you're a good listener, or if you can accept when someone shows you who they are. Because we brush it off, we butter it down, we sugar it up, and we do it on a daily basis. It's a practice of life. It's a journey of accepting people for who they are. But if we could just accept what's in front of us, write it down as black and white, there's a little gray area. There's a little gray area there. But like, when someone shows you who they are, believe them. An incredible author and poet, Maya Angelou. Naila?
I was going to say something similar about just how they treat their mother.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Really important to see.
Yeah. I love a mama's boy.
Froggy, come here.
If you
Take your hair
if you could call one imam to bail you out of jail, who would that imam be? Ooh! Ooh!
You know, I think I'm gonna have to call Imam Suhaib Webb. I think he would bail me out with no judgment. You know, I think he would be like, "Listen,
Wow.
Sister Kamara, what you did, you know, it wasn't the best. It wasn't the best." And I think after this, we need to go to the masjid to pray a couple rakats because it wasn't good that you got arrested. So I would call him.
Inshallah, yes. Okay.
Julie, come here.
I'm thinking, okay,
I would go to my local Brothers Jihad, Imam Jihad here in LA at Isla LA. Maybe because I already have, have more of a personal relationship and like have seen him in a personal way. But I don't know about any like well-known ones other than Numan Ali Khan. I really do love him, but I feel like I would just be embarrassed. Like, please don't come here. Please not come to Juma for like a month.
Julie, come here.
I'm kind of stuck between a couple people. I'm thinking like Omar Suleiman, because, you know, he's out here always advocating for social justice. And then the one I love, my favorite Imam, Abdurrahman Murphy. I love them both. But I think I'm going to go with Omar Suleiman. I don't know. I feel like he totally wouldn't judge me and like give me good nasiha afterwards, and I would need that.
Yeah, I like literally, How and I are the same wavelength, because I was going to say Omar Suleiman because his brother is actually an attorney. So,
wow. That is really interesting to know. Okay, cool. I need to watch more of him because, by the way, I'm not fully up on the tea. I kind of stick to the ones I know, but I'm gonna definitely have to watch more. I know. Okay.
Get on that. He's incredible.
Okay, yeah, no, it means a lot if you all agree. Okay, I want to travel to
Turkey. I think I really want to go to Turkey. Yeah.
I want to go back to Africa, preferably North Africa, and bag me a beautiful man. But go ahead.
Japan.
Japan.
That's nice.
Japan.
That sounds nice.
Kamara, where are we going?
I don't know. Like, honestly, I think I'm thinking a little bit too into this because I'm like, man, if I got to go, that means I got to bring everybody with me. That's stress. I hate airplanes.
You're like, what's realistic?
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm thinking about this too much. But if I could go without dealing with all that stress, I have a whole list. Like, I would love to travel. Like, I would love to just travel, maybe starting from like South Africa and then moving my way like through Europe.
Yes.
And, you know, going on like a 6-month journey.
Yes. Two more. My ultimate dream is
to have my work published in National Geographic.
Wow, subhanAllah. Speak it. Hawa, what about you?
To have my own nonprofit organization.
Wow. Naila is a little bit lagging, but she'll come back soon. I'm sure hers is going to be something around having her own magazine or something because she's an incredible writer. Here we go. She's jumping back in. Yeah, it's IG being annoying today. Okay, here we go. No. It's okay. We were saying
the ultimate dream, right? Just to have my book published, inshallah, one day.
Published, and that's for sure gonna happen. Don't worry about that. You gotta find the right publisher, mama. That's it. We're gonna find some Muslim, inshallah. I love Islam because to close out this beautiful, amazing Friday afternoon or noon. I love it.
That's the hard one because there's like so many. So if I were to pick one, I would say the comfort. Like, subhanAllah, like growing up, like my family and I have gone through so many tough times, and literally the only thing that got us through that was knowing that Allah does not burden you beyond what you can bear, and that with every struggle there comes ease. And we struggled as a family. Like, we really struggled, and it was only that knowing that Allah was, you know, like my dad would tell us, Allah tests those he loves, you know, and so that was literally what got us through all those things. Like, I don't know what we would have done
Yeah.
if,
So crazy
if
because
we didn't have that.
earlier you said safety, that safety, that security, and that trust within your husband. I think that that's for me what Allah is. Every time things don't work out, the only thing left has been Allah, and you realize it really was everything that you could bear, and you trusted and you jumped, so yeah, absolutely. I think for me, I love Islam because it is that safety, it's that security, it's that home. And that's why, like how was said, for me, I think I just need a husband that already sees that, already loves Islam because of that, so that he can remind me to go home, remind me that home was always there.
Yeah.
Yes. Hawa, how about
Yeah,
you?
I would say Islam for me, what I love the most about Islam is that it's our lifestyle, it's a way of life. So anytime I feel like down or I feel like maybe I'm just a little lost, I remember what my purpose is, and that is ultimately to get to the hereafter. And I think sometimes that brings me back brings me back and centered. And of course, I echo what everyone else is saying about how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tests the ones he loves the most. And it's been a crazy year for a lot of us. I think a lot of people were getting a little taste of what difficulty really looks like, and knowing ultimately that this is temporary, and every single thing that we are experiencing ultimately will have a reward. So that's very comforting as a Muslim.
Yeah, absolutely. Naila?
I'll just say this: the sisterhood that it brings.
Julie, come here, let's take your hair out.
Sisters that I've met over the years, it's just been amazing, and they
Yeah.
really in my amen. So I'm happy.
Literally, there's literally nothing. There's nothing like Muslim sister friendships. I grew up going to Muslim camps. Like, if it weren't for like Camp Khalil, it's Camp Khalil with a K. If it weren't for like places where I could search, I don't know where I'd be, honestly. Thank you all